Hi. Good morning, you guys. Yeah, it's still morning. Almost noon. So we're going to be talking about why women are unable to be virtuous anymore. Hi. So I know a lot of men are always asking about, oh, a woman's supposed to be this and a woman's supposed to be that. She's supposed to be submissive. She's supposed to be virtuous. She's supposed to help her man. She's supposed to work and help the household and all this kind of stuff from the Bible. So, you know, that's nice and everything, but even in the Bible, the men were virtuous and righteous, and they provided and did all those things that they were supposed to be doing anyway. So, if you can't expect to have a virtuous woman if you're not a virtuous man to begin with. Okay, we don't live in those days anymore. We don't live in those days where men sought out wives and had, land and, a house and all this kind of stuff. We don't live in those days, or we do, but for a lot of these men, we don't live in those days where every man has this. We live in the days where men expect sex on the third date. Okay, so we no longer live in those days, sir. We can't live we can't live by those standards anymore, because we live in a society now where men expect sex without giving anything by the third date. So we have to adjust our thinking, the way we handle situations, to go with that. Okay, so if you have a problem with any woman, look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror. Men, you have a problem with any woman, go take a second and look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what do you expect from a woman? You'll understand why we have to do what we have to do. It's survival of the fittest. It's nature to evolve. Okay, so it may sound wrong. It may be, going against whatever spiritual teaching or religion that you're used to, but so is everything that most of these men are doing. And, I can't continue to sit and watch people be dumb and be, led to slaughter, I'll say, to be led to slaughter. So this is why I, help women, because a lot of the good women, or the good girls, or the virtuous women, have gotten the bad end of the deal over and over and over. They try once, oops, they try twice, oops, they try a third time, oops, they can't win for losing. So it must not be them, it must be the man. If you're doing everything right, if you're at home, cooking, cleaning, helping, working, doing all this stuff, and you still not winning, it's not you, baby. It's the man. So either you evolve or you die. Which one is going to be? The only way to get back to where, a virtuous woman is, held in high esteem, is to have a virtuous man to begin with. And we don't have that. We ain't got it. So how are we supposed to become what we don't even see in the world? We don't see any honest, virtuous men out there. So how are we supposed to be an honest, virtuous woman to someone who's going to sit there and lie to your face? You can't do it unless you're retarded, crazy, on drugs or something. You can't do it. It doesn't work out that way. So If you want a virtuous woman, you need to be a virtuous man. Okay, that means no expecting sex before marriage, being able to provide for your entire household. So think about those things. You know, no more, what do you bring to the table besides sex? Not a thing. I'm a virtuous woman. You know, looking for a virtuous man, which you are not. It. Bye bye. So, this is why we have to do what we have to do. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But this is why we got to do. This is why we got to do it. If we don't do it, then there'll be nothing left of us. Okay. So, no lying or manipulation. Okay, so no sex before marriage, then, George. Good for us, right? Good for men and women. Um, you tell them that, they're gone. That's no, I'm not saying no sex before marriage. I'm just saying if we were virtuous women, which we are not because we can't be anymore in this society. But if we were, there would be no sex before marriage. So then what would you guys do? Go to the brothel? Mhm. Right. Until you were ready and had money to have a wife. Go spend time with the brothel and then come to us when you a man and you're ready. And these days, you know, a lot of women are um, shamed for choosing to do what they do, to only date men with purpose, for money or lifestyle, and to not, settle for things. Why? Because most of those ladies already did that, didn't work out for them, so they have to try something different. Okay. Gotta try something different because it's not working because you don't have virtuous men to even work with in the first place. So, men, unless you are able to tell the truth, to be faithful, and to wait for marriage to have sex, don't come at us. Okay? Don't come at us trying to shame or whatever, right? You know why? Because you can't even be what you expect us to be. Okay? If you could, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And I'm not putting the blame on you. I'm just saying, don't expect what you can't give. Don't expect what you can't give. If you can't give honesty, don't expect honesty. Okay? You can't be faithful, don't expect faithfulness. You can't provide, don't expect to have someone who's going to provide for you either. Because, we'll take care of ourselves. We'll figure it out. The only thing that men can really look at is themselves. It's not us. It's you guys. Y'all the ones that run the country. Y'all are the ones that make the laws. Y'all are the ones that do all that other crap. Right? You're supposed to lead by example. You want a righteous woman, be a righteous man. And because just as the righteous man is starting to become extinct, so is the righteous woman. And it's going to be sad when there is no such thing as a righteous woman or righteous man anymore because they've lied so much and they've done everything so bad that now it truly is just a transaction. Okay. So, men disrespect women way more than women disrespect men, even on social media. And it's sad because they're comfortable doing it. They're comfortable calling people names and, making excuses as to why they are not able to do certain things, and A, B, C, and D. They're comfortable with that. And when you're comfortable with being subpar, it's time to go take a look in the mirror and ask yourself exactly where are you headed? Where are you headed? Where is your future headed? Where are the children's future headed? Where's your son's future headed? In the drain, in the garbage can, in the garbage disposal? Because most of y'all are perfectly okay with being subpar. Okay? And that's just very sad. I don't know any women, well, I don't know any women who will say, "Ooh, I want a subpar man." I want someone who don't even care and makes excuses about everything. I want that. That's what I want. As long as he look good. So I'm not answering questions till the end, you guys. So please don't ask any right now. Wait till the end. So now, what do we do? Um, we wait or we instruct or we tell men, when you become virtuous, we will become virtuous. Until then, so sorry for you. Thank you, Sasha Rosa. Just want to say love you, Shira. I know you get a lot of hate, but please know that you have more people who support you. Keep spreading your positive message. Thank you so much, Sasha. Shira, no questions, please. Till the end. Thank you for the donation. Don't help exes, baby. Keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving. Never help an ex. Thank you for the donation, but please, you guys, wait for the end for the questions. I'm not gonna stop. If you do it, I'm just have to scroll back up at the end. Okay, so right. So we can't be feeling guilty about something. Like a lot of women feel guilty. Well, how can you not feel guilty about it? Well, the same way that the men don't feel guilty, baby. The same way that they will leave your house and go to the next chick's house. Okay? The same way they will take the money you probably spent or give them and take it to the next chick. They don't feel guilty. Why? Because they're not trying to be good. They're not trying to be virtuous. They're not trying to be good. They don't even try. I mean, there's a difference between people who try and then get derailed, and then there's a difference between people who don't even try at all. They already got the plan in their mind to go do whatever they need to do. Okay, so if you have to deal with this type of thing over and over and over, then you start to wonder, why should I be virtuous in an unvirtuous world? Why should I do this when he plans to do the exact opposite? Then people start thinking, and it's like, okay, well, what can I do? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So men cannot expect or should never expect a woman to be virtuous anymore. That's the thing of the past. Unless you go into a foreign country where it's against the law for premarital sex, you still ain't going to have 100% virtuous men, but you'll be closer to it. You won't have it here. So you might as well get that in your mind. Just get that in your mind and understand that you no longer live in that version of reality anymore. You don't live there anymore. So why act like it? You can't. You can't live in that mindset anymore because that reality no longer exists for us in this day. Okay, so make sure that when you are really, really thinking about things, that you remember that. Okay. Invest. There's Muslim prostitutes now. Wow. Well, I guess it's all over the world now. Too late. It's over now. Thank you, Fatima. I appreciate that. I don't really, I think on a deeper level. And so when I see a lot of guys say, well, what do you bring to the table? Or, "Hey, da, da, da," or they're trying to like see if you can impress them, you know, I just laugh and say, look, we ain't the same speed. Um, and even though, it's online and it's back and forth, opinions and things about topics, it doesn't matter. Like, you deserve no answer, point blank. You deserve no answer. You basically deserve the scraps that are thrown to you, and you deserve what you can afford. Thank you, Chantel. Hi, Shira. I love you. I'm 25. Should I tell men that I'm a university or lie and say that I'm a receptionist? Why not say both? That means you need money at all times. Mhm. Okay, so mhm. so we can't be um, foolish anymore. You know, can't be dumb anymore. You got to be smart. And once you figure that out, you'll look at men totally different and not like um, nature wants you to. Because, nature wants you to look at a man, be attracted to them, um, because you know that they're stronger than you and they'll take care of you and provide for you. But society and messed up thinking has ruined all of that. So you can't even use your instinct, natural instinct anymore. You have to create a whole new way of thinking. You got to create a whole new way of thinking and adjust your mind because even in nature, it's supposed to be a certain way. And now we can't even go by that because men have messed up the definition of what it means to be a man. So if the definition of man changes, then the definition of woman changes. Why? Because if you have a word, then the opposite word or the antonym has to mean the exact opposite of it. So if you change the meaning of the word man, we must change the meaning of the word woman. We must change the meaning. If you need help, and that's what happened. A lot of women became men. Thank you. I've helped you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Aziza Jewelry. So when you have these women who are very masculine and these men who expect women to give them things or to help them, like their mother, then you have, an imbalance. And women are tired of that. Women want to be women again. So we just have to adjust in order to be um, women like you are men. We have to be liars. We got to be schemers. We got to have plans before we go even meet you to what we want to do with you and what we want to use you for. We have to be like that because that's how y'all are. And if we don't do that, then we risk loss. We risk, putting our children in danger if we have children. We risk wasting time, energy, good youth years. So we have to. We got to. There's no choice. We don't even have a choice. And the ones that are still trying to live virtuously or be that good woman, they end up right back here anyway. They end up over here anyway, eventually, after they can only take so much. Okay. So if you're a man and you go out to seek a woman for physical pleasures, make sure she is in that business to receive money for physical pleasure. If you're looking for a woman of virtue, make sure you come to her with virtue and respect her as a virtuous woman. Otherwise, you're going to get treated just like you're going to treat her. Okay? This is the mirror coming back at you. And that's what it has to be until you change. Men in the mirror, Michael Jackson. Okay? So don't expect anything more or less than what you're putting out. You're putting out lies, you got schemes, you got plans, you want to hit it and quit it. Well, we got some plans too. Okay. Okay. So just keep that in your mind. Women are very smart, and once you put a woman up on game, she changes the game. Okay, the whole game changes. You can only know so much, but a woman is a creator. We will create some stuff. We will create new game upon that game, upon that game. You won't even know it's game. Okay, so be careful what y'all do. Y'all remember that Beyonce song, Don't Hurt Yourself? Okay, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. It's too late now. It's already hurt. Okay. You have to think like them. Don't nurture them unless they deserve it. Unless they pay for it, baby. Because I feel like, think about the response of these men. When you have a set of standards, when you just come in with virtuous standards, all of a sudden, well, I can go get a prostitute comes out of their mouth. Well, go ahead, baby. Go get one. Can you afford one? Do you need to borrow some money to go get one? You know what I'm saying? So when you set out virtuous standards, then the man comes with unvirtuous things out of his mouth. So what are we to do? Oh my gosh, money is the root of all evil. This woman evil. No, money is not the root to all evil. The love of money is the root to all evil. And also, the love of money. We don't love money. We like the freedom. We like what it can do. We like the comforts. We like to enjoy our life like we're supposed to be doing. Instead of crying and worrying about where your man is, if your baby daddy gonna call on your son's birthday, if he gonna send that child support this month, if your husband is sleeping with the maid or the receptionist or whoever. We're not supposed to be doing that, right? So we like to be in comfort. And we know if we got to put up with that BS, we might as well be extra comfortable, right? You got to be extra comfortable. We need extra comfort if y'all going to continue to do what y'all do. So it's basically you're paying for your own right to be liars. You're paying for your own right to even be in our presence because we know who you are and what you're doing. But if you do find a good person and things go great, they're still out there. Don't lose hope. Thank you, Wild23. Good morning. Thank you for the donation. So don't lose hope. Just understand that how a man comes at you is how you come right back at him. Okay? Don't try to impress. Don't try to persuade him. He is what he is. Work with that and get what you need to get. Oh, you hate lying and deceit. I lie to men so much these days, but my results are improving. I hate lying and deceit too, which is why I have to become one. Think about that for 2 seconds. It's deep. You hate lying and deceit. From who? Men. So what do? Become a lesbian? Become a hermit? Mhm. What do? You show them themselves right back in the mirror. Because if you hate it, you know they hate it even worse. Mhm. And if y'all both come to the same conclusion that you hate liars, maybe eventually one day somebody will stop lying. Maybe the man will do it first since he's supposed to be the strongest and the wisest. Maybe he'll do it first, just like he became this way. Maybe he'll just revert. But but until then, this the type of women that you're gonna run into. Hmm. I wish men weren't lazy and provided like they're supposed to. Yeah, I know. I know. Um, tell me about. Okay, we're discussing the topic. Thank you. Please, people, read the name of the video. Don't ask. I'm not gonna answer off-topic questions anymore. Okay. Thank you. Ask them in the description below, or I mean in the comments after the video. Okay. Mhm. We're not mad at all. We're not mad at all because we're getting way more than y'all are getting. Okay, all y'all getting is kids and child support, and we get money, houses, estates, shopping, extra men. Well, some of us not having to work. What else we getting? So we're getting way more. Like your lies are not. Your lies work for us, not against us anymore. Whatever you do, whether even if it's a lie, is now going to benefit us in every way. We'll make sure of it. And because, most men can't control themselves, or many men don't even care to control themselves or try to control themselves anymore, or try to be honest anymore, or try to do the right thing anymore. We don't even try either. We just go in scheming automatically. I know I would, if I were single, I would go in with a plan, backup plan, and a backup plan. And I shouldn't have to do that. A woman shouldn't have to do homework before she goes out on a date. A woman shouldn't have to devise a master plan before she goes out on a date. We shouldn't have to do this. But when you make someone do something, they get very good at it. Okay? They get super good at what they're doing. So, be careful. Anyway, so a woman will make the adjustments. A woman will take whatever you give her and multiply it. Are you giving her lies? What's she gonna do? Multiply those lies, baby. Okay? Right. What are my thoughts? What caused the dynamic between men and women to turn into what it is now? Well, by nature, men often want more than one woman. So, or they want something for free from a woman without the commitment these days, anyway. So they want something free without commitment or investment. So I think those two things are what happened. They want something free without the investment, or they want more than one woman. If we're not going to talk about money, they want more than one woman. If we are going to talk about money, they want something for free. So, right. Mhm. If they want something for free, you know, who takes from someone? You know, a thief, a swindler, a liar, someone who tricks someone into giving something up that was of value to them. So how do we look at these type of people? You know, with a side eye now. Now we become the swindler to keep from being swindled. Okay, or we avoid them entirely. Okay. Um, you either avoid them or you swindle them before they swindle you. That's it. You know what? You know, somebody asked somewhere, I don't remember where, why do women get upset when you give them a compliment? Why do women over 25 get upset when you give them a compliment? Because we already know we look good. A compliment ain't gonna do nothing for us. Why don't you pay for the groceries we're, standing in line in front of you with? Why don't you pay for this gas? You over here watching me pump while you trying to holler and compliment me. Why don't you do something manly? Okay, I already know I look good. I got a mirror. Okay, so grown women don't care about the stupid compliments. They want to see, um, you know, they want to see what you can do. Okay, we don't. We know we look good. We know we fine. We hear it all the time from every dusty. Okay, can you afford to pump this gas? Can you afford to pay for these groceries? You know, can you approach me like a gentleman? Okay, y'all, we don't like that. Like, it's kind of silly. Like, you might as well not even do it. Just go over there and stare. That's why a lot of these men won't approach you because they're going to come up to you and say something stupid in the first place. Just let them stare. They don't have what you need, baby. Okay. Um, right. And if those compliments don't come with something, we don't need them. Okay. Like, women don't go around just complimenting men. Think about this for 1 second. Why? Because we don't want anything from you. We don't want anything from you. If we like you, we'll get you to notice us. We'll smile at you. We'll ask you a question. But we're not finna come up, dang, you fine. We ain't finna do all of that. Why? Because our intentions naturally are not to give you a compliment. Our intention is to get you to see us as special. And if you compliment every woman that walks by, Sharkeisha included, we don't feel special when we spent money, time, effort in the mirror trying to look cute, and you give us the exact same compliment as you gave Bonnet and Pygmisha walking down the street, in their flip flops. You give them the same compliment, so it doesn't mean anything to us. You know, buy buy something, pay for our coffee in line. Do something. Um, Confirmation for me. Oh, thank you, Chica. Okay, thank you, Latour. So no, we don't need them compliments that you throw out to everybody. Give us what you don't give to them. How about that? Bonetta is the new word. Y'all ain't special. Well, then don't approach us if we're not special. Don't compliment us if we're not special. Stay on the other side of the street if we're not special. You know. Um, if you don't think a woman is special, if whatever woman you're approaching or trying to talk to or trying to get in her pants, if you don't think she's special, then keep moving. Okay, keep it moving. If you just trying to hit it and quit it, y'all know where the escorts, where the hookers go. Y'all know where to go to get those. That is their business. That's how they make their living. Why don't you go support them? If you don't want to see women as special. Rachetta. That sounds like a snack, don't it? Sound like a snack cracker from Cheez-Its, something. Okay, so yeah, we all women think they're special. So if a man can't come up to you and make you feel that way or impress you, then he might as well not come up to you. Okay. hmm This is a man's world, but it wouldn't be done without woman, girl. That's right. James Brown. Um, you compliment all kinds of women. Looks ain't only the determining factor. No, looks aren't even supposed to be a determining factor according to the Bible. You know, according to a lot of spiritual teachings, looks are not even supposed to be considered when considering a wife. But guess what? That's the first thing y'all look for. Um, you know? So what are we supposed to do with that? Everything that is supposed to be virtuous or righteous in the Bible, according to what men want women to be, y'all do the exact opposite. So, hey, yeah, a lot of men use religion to justify their BS. That's true. But then you can still use the same religion to justify your BS, you know, because like, well, if you want a woman to do this, you're supposed to be doing that. You ain't doing that, we ain't doing this. Where's the fine line between stroking his ego and seeming too nice and validating men like mean women? It seems how to balance. Have your standards. Let your standards speak for you. Thank you, Emily. A woman's standards will allow her to be nice, but those standards need to be set in stone. That way, they already know not to go there, not to ask any different. So put your standards first, and then you don't have to keep reminding them. All you got to say, well, you know how I feel about that. You don't even have to say anything. Well, you already know what I feel about that. You already know what my standards are about that. You don't have to keep repeating yourself because you've already put your standards out there. So you don't stray ever from your standards. You don't bargain. Have you ever had such standards that were never answered to? Yes, and I no longer know that person. If they can't do it, keep it moving. Now, to have too many standards is going to be hard, but if you just have basic standards that you really, really, really want to be met, you'll find somebody to meet them. If you have too many, it's going to take you a long time. But, don't settle. Do not settle. I said, if you have 5 standards, if you can get 4 out of the 5, good. If it's the top 4, great. Don't settle. Don't settle for 2 out of 5. Maybe 3.5 out of 5, give or take, if he has, the ability to get to 4 eventually, but don't ever take anything less. Okay? You're trying to be the best man so I can get one who thinks on my level. Cynic. That's a good idea. A lot of women don't even show a certain side of themselves anymore. Thank you, Peekaboots. Because they don't want to attract someone the natural way. Because they're afraid or they don't want to take the chance of being lied to or, swindled or tricked or ghosted or hurt. So you don't even see the real women anymore. You don't see how smart they really are. You don't see how deep they really are anymore because we don't show that side of ourselves. We play stupid and dumb. We play materialistic. We do all those things because we know that it's not deserved. We can't give it away. It's not deserved. When we find someone who is deserving, they will get to see that side of you. So what you're observing out in the real world, that's not the truth. Like if I walked into a place, no one would think that I thought like I did, or believe the things that I did, or know the things that I did, because of how I'm going to carry myself, speak, and look and talk to someone who's approaching me. No one will know. I will hide it. So many women are doing that. I have so many women in my group who are smart, paid, deep doctors, lawyers, judges, millionaires, but they can't tell anybody. Why? Because men look to take total advantage of that, even if they didn't have all those things. Even if they was just an innocent woman with a part-time job, they seek to take advantage. Some don't. I'm not going to say all men, but most of them. So they never will show you the truth. And if they do, you'll be disinterested and leave. Okay. And the reason why a lot of them have to lie is because if you already know this woman is too good for you, or is going to expect a lot out of life, you already know it's going to be hard to impress her and take longer to get what you came to steal and run away from. So you either move on to the next dumb chick, or so that you thought was dumb, and move on and keep until you can find someone to give you what you want for the least amount. And that's not something that's going to help you in your future, because eventually you're going to end up getting somebody pregnant, and that you will be stuck with that person and your child for 18 years. And the whole you never even got to know the person. You didn't have any standards for who you slept with. You just, whatever was easiest. And now you have a ratchet baby mama on World Star twerking in the street with your baby. Okay? That you paying child support for. Blah. Okay? So, just y'all gotta think. Yeah. Y'all have seen those videos. That's somebody's baby. That's somebody baby. Okay. If somebody's the daddy to that baby who's getting carried and twerked in the street, that's somebody's child. And he paying child support because he went for whatever he could hit and quit and hurry up and get up out the way, because he did not want to have a woman for the correct reason. He just wanted to hit and quit it. When men get bored when they see you're smart and powerful and actually know something, I know it's very hard. Like women have, I think many women, I'm not going to say all women because I know some dumb women for real. Many women have surpassed a lot of the men or in their peer groups mentally, financially. They've surpassed them because women naturally go by a set of high standards when it comes to certain things. They have more discipline. Okay. They're better behaved in school. This is just how it is. Men start chasing women early in life. They get distracted easily. It's not going to be the same unless they have that discipline instilled in them. And many men don't have that because they don't have dads. So if you're not disciplined and you don't have the discipline instilled into you, you don't make the correct decisions in life, which means that you're not going to be in the same place at the same time as your female counterpart who does. So then we have to go and look for older men or men that did have that discipline or, whatever, because you're still playing in the playground while we over here, living grown folks' life. Okay. And then when we talk about men and things like that, you think we're referring to you. Okay. And a lot of men think we're referring to them because they're in our peer group, but many women don't even consider those type of men. They're talking about whoever they're dating or, you know, men who have more discipline or men that are successful. We're talking about what we expect of them and what they deliver to us. We're not talking about what someone still on the playground should be doing. No, you're not supposed to be doing that if you're still on the playground wearing basketball shorts and sneakers as a grown man with a beard. That's junior high school clothes. If we're unless you play basketball professionally or at the gym, that should not be a part of your wardrobe on a daily basis. Okay. So while you're still playing on the playground, we're over here in the real world. So what we expect men to do is not expected of you because we know that you're still playing in the playground. So you don't need to be offended by what's going on over here in the grown folks world. And we keep trying to tell you guys that y'all aren't the target. We keep trying to remind you, look, we ain't talking to you. Okay, because they can't even fathom, well, what will you do if he loses his job? That means he's not financially educated, which means there's no way in the world that we will even be talking to him. Okay, what happens when he loses his job? Okay, why do y'all ask that question? It makes you look broke, like you have no financial education. What most people with careers do, update their resume and go get a higher paying job because now you have experience, or you have insurance in case you have a job loss, or you collect unemployment, or you start your own company with all the investments that you've been saving up and investing in throughout your career. you know so that's what we do. Okay, we're not going to go and work the night shift at McDonald's so our grown sorry, dusty dude can feel like we're supporting them. No, he needs to get up and go get the second job if he wants to be a man. Okay. Um, or start mowing somebody's lawns. I don't care. But I'm not finna get up out of my sleep, leave my babies because you can't be the man you supposed to be. Okay. And if you have anything against that because your mom did it. She didn't want to do it, baby. She didn't want to do that. Okay. So y'all have to understand that that's not the way. That is not the way. That was her way because she didn't have a choice. But if a grown man living in there, you better believe he gonna have two jobs and I'm gonna have none. Why? Because I need to take care of my kids. hmm That's my job. Okay. So And I'm not leaving my children with anybody when I'm supposed to be the caregiver and the mother. No, you can go out and get two jobs and sleep 5 hours. That's good. You a man, you got the muscle, you got the strength, you got the extra endurance. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm not trying to say, men need to slave for women. No, I'm trying to say you do what it takes to get through whatever tough time you're going through. That's what makes you a better man. Okay. Right. My husband to this day take care of me and provide. And you stay home. Good job. Um, do you think I should tell? No, I don't think you should tell them anything. Just tell them what they're telling you. Whatever they told you, tell them the opposite. hmm Right. So I don't know. I know this new way of thinking for men. They think they look better than women now because they got some beard oil or some crap like that. Y'all got some beard oil, some beard wigs, and uh, you know, it don't work anymore. Like I don't care. I'm blind. I'm a listen when I ask these questions. Whatever you look like, if everything is meant, I'm saying yes. I will go. I will. If I was single and I had a set of standards, and you could you could say yes to each one. I'm saying yes to you. I don't even care what you look like. You could be 500 pounds. The answer is yes, baby, because you are very rare and worth a lot. For real, you know. I think a lot of these dusty black men secretly want to be us. I mean, who wouldn't? But you know what? It's kind of like this. Hold on. Be right back. It's kind of like I have to close this door. It's kind of like wanting a Ferrari. It's kind of like wanting a Ferrari or being a Ferrari. It's nice to be, very attractive, but to have something like that is even better. It shows you. Uh-oh. Hello? 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 Talk too long. You stuttered too long. It was just a telemarketer. Okay, so you couldn't even get it out. Anyway, it's better to own a Ferrari than to be a Ferrari. Okay, because it says something about the owner. Oh, what is it? What is an owner of a Ferrari versus a Ferrari? Ferrari, it looks good. Everybody wants it. You got to be accomplished to have it. You got to do A, B, C, and D to get it. But the man who owns it and can go in there and just say, I want this car and roll out of the lot with it, that's the true baller. That's the true honor right there. That's the honor right there. Okay? Because there's just a bunch of Ferraris sitting on a lot. But not every man can go and get one. Okay, you can't lie yourself. You can't lie to get one. You might can fraud, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. Right. Is it a beautiful woman with an education more valuable to a man? No. Why? First of all, most men don't want the woman to be better than them. They want to impress her. So if she's very educated and very beautiful and he cannot impress her, then what is left for him to do? Impress other women. You see? So there's nothing left for him to do with her except in public or for show to brag on her, but then is behind, the door pinching somebody's butt, because those are the type of men that will have a mistress and always keep a side chick who's stupid and dumb that he can impress, because he can't impress you. You just look good on paper. You're helping him build. And when you hit 45, 46, 47, he's out. So make sure you understand that. Mm-hmm. Most men have high school level education. That's it. Not good. So, being virtuous woman requires a virtuous man to be virtuous with. So if there are no more virtuous men, then we can't be virtuous women. We gotta be what we see out there walking around. We gotta be liars, schemers, ghosters. What else? So, we only a reflection of what we see. Because at your best, you are loved. I'm just a mirror of what I see. Cause at your best, you are loved. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. Should you ever feel the need to wonder why, let me know. Mm-hmm. So, mhm. You said let me know how. Mm-hmm. We just a mirror of what we see, baby. We see lies, schemes, tricks, dishonesty, cheating. What we gonna do? Same thing. Um, your friend keeps calling you a gold digger. Call her a booger digger or a dust buster, baby. Bee's World. Thank you so much for the donation. Okay. Narc's confession. Hey, this is not a confession at all. This is a declaration. Confession is a declaration. What are you talking about? We don't feel bad. We ain't getting ready to go. We're not. We don't feel bad for this. This is a declaration. We're declaring this. Like, look here. So, you call it a confession. I call it a declaration. A narc's declaration. No, a woman's declaration. A woman's declaration. Yeah, a narc would never confess. That's right, Ether. This is just our declaration to you, men out there who expect a virtuous woman and not a virtuous man. That's it. It's very simple. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about MGTOW growing? I feel that, honestly, a good thing, because they're not going to procreate and create lazy offspring. So I feel good about that. I actually feel that if you can't afford a woman, do not waste her time. If you're going to try to fool women, think twice, because she will always be one up on you unless she's naive and stupid. Okay? And eventually she's going to wise up anyway. So you'll still be doing her a favor. But at the end of the day, as long as you're not procreating, I'm good. Don't bring no lazy DNA into this world. We have enough. I want it to go away. Okay? So natural selection is what I call that. Their movement is natural selection. Nature deciding whose seed will go on and whose seed won't. The weak do not survive. So to me, it's nature's way of getting that off the planet and not letting it reproduce. So I'm good with it, baby. Whatever. Let it go. Okay, because that stuff running the DNA. You get a strong man who knows what his position is, and he's gonna have strong children, strong sons, daughters that understand the role of a man, and all that other garbage is gonna be flushed down the toilet and never to return. So hopefully they will not procreate. Okay. How the girls who have sugar daddies deal with the disgusting being disgusted of an old man. They go back to Dusty and let Dusty run up their credit. They let Dusty get them evicted. They let Dusty beat on them. They let Dusty cheat on them and have a baby on them. And then they don't think someone who's going to take care of them as a man is so disgusting after all. So that's what I feel. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Tori. So, maybe she ain't ready yet. Maybe she ain't ready to graduate. Maybe you're not ready to graduate to comfort and being treated as a woman should be treated. Maybe you like being mistreated. Maybe you like hustling. Maybe you like working like a dog. Maybe you enjoy getting cheated on. I don't know. Maybe you enjoy it. But at the end of the day, I will take anything that meets all my standards. I don't even care what they look like. Okay? So, because a man will sleep with anything and he don't even care what she look like. And he ain't even getting nothing in return. Okay? Just remember that. How did you? I've already told that story 1,000 million times. Sure, thanks to you, a Dusty asked for my picture, so I asked him for money to buy a camera to take that pic. He disappeared. Good for you. So, Thank you for changing my life. As you were the GOAT. Thank you, Jasmine Love. I appreciate that. How do I feel about Sierra going to college? I feel good about it. If she wants to go learn, get her learn on, whatever. She already got her man, her children, her career. She did everything backwards. And she still won. Sure, you are so right. Men will take whatever they can and give as little as they. Yeah. So, so yeah, just think about your future for a second, and don't think about your lust and what a man looks like. Because you ain't gonna be looking at him all day, every day, unless he ain't got no job anyway. You're gonna see him when the sun is setting and on the weekend. Okay? But you're gonna see that Dusty every day on your couch asking you for $20 if you don't get up and start getting some standards. What if he's self-employed? He better be self-rich and paying all these bills. You can't think about lust. Gonna be at work. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be at work or running his business or whatever. I'm always saying looks don't matter if my man ugly or something. It wouldn't matter if he was ugly, because he met my standards. That's beautiful. That's always gonna look good to anyone. You can take the ugliest man in the world, dress him up, and have him meet a woman's every standard, and she will take that any day over somebody that's a perfect 10. Okay? Your man looks like the robber from Home Alone, but his money is sexy. Girl, which one? Joe Pesci or the tall one? Thank you, Conscious Imagination. She says, George, get a life. Hey, Sheila. Hey, beautiful. Conscious Imagination. Thank you. What do you call a man with money who tries too hard for attention? New money. New money. Mm-hmm. Um, anyway, you would marry the hunchback of Quasimodo if he was me. What's up? I'm live. What you mean? You get in the car? I can go in there. I think I'm wrong, chat. If girls, hold on. You think you're in the wrong chat. If girls want money, you don't want them. Okay. Oh, hey, whack ass people. Sugar daddy, mad and turn off because I don't want to talk intellectually, show my intelligence to give him combo. Or is it a trick? It's a trick. Don't do it. Love always. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, whack ass people. It's a trick. Don't do it. Try to sound deep, but then make everything you say wrong so he can correct you. But he can feel like he's having deep conversation. Sound like you think you know what you're talking about. Then let him correct you. Give him what he wants, but don't give it to him for real. Give him deep conversation, intellectual conversation, but make everything wrong. But be confident in your information, even though it's wrong. Okay. Like, you need to stop giving this game to women. We don't want them too smart. Of course not. Should I go on vacation with a man if he wants me to buy my own plane ticket? Yeah, take another man with you too. And let him buy your plane ticket. And when y'all show up to the same spot, wave. Okay. Why not? I've been dating a guy and he's hooked. Now, how do I begin getting the bag? Ask. If he hooked, he gonna give it to you. Tell him you need something fixed that costs a lot of money. See if he comes through. What should we say when a sugar daddy asks you what you do in life while you're in university? Just say I'm a part-time receptionist. Always. That's always what I'm gonna tell you. Part-time receptionist. They don't make any money, but they're around men with money all day. Especially if they work in a nice building. Okay. That means you better scoop me up because I'm around very professional men and I ain't got no money. So you add it up. You've been a receptionist since you were 16. Hey, shout out to the receptionist. I was a receptionist too. Girl, I know how to answer that phone with that professional voice. Hi, how may I help you today? Sure, please hold. Sure, let me transfer you through. Good morning. Yes. What am I doing for lunch? I don't know. Sure, I'll go with you. Just let me grab my purse. I don't need my purse. Wonderful. Because there you go. You're a hostess of a scale restaurant. Wealthy businessmen come in for lunch all the time. So I tell you, that's why y'all need to be freestyling at the bar. Because even if they're at lunch, sometimes they'll go get a drink and they'll go up to the bar. They see something cute up there. Or they'll just go to the bar, period, because it's faster service and there's no wait. Thank you all, Smile. Some get intimidated by even a small accomplishment. I suggest motivate so more money can come to me. I made it about money and he couldn't take it. No, do no chores or cooked. He complained. I don't care. Oh, thank you so much for the donation, but I don't care if somebody's complaining. Let him complain. That means he's paying attention and he's suffering. That means he's going to take action soon so he doesn't have to be suffering anymore. Okay, that's a good sign. When someone is complaining about something, it means whatever you are doing is working. Okay? Thank you. How do you get a man to go to church or just let him be? Girl, don't force no man to no church, girl. Let him be, baby. You can freestyle at church alone. Okay? Use that hour to find better men who are already in church with you. Okay? The way you can leave him home permanently. I mean, y'all, this is the game. He don't want to be there with you. Find somebody who do. Already there with more money. Don't be trying to drag somebody there that don't want to be there. Get somebody already there and go sit next to him. Get to know him. See how much money he got. Y'all gonna be the new couple in church. Then you can let the other one go. You'll never find me there unless there's a funeral, but it's a good spot to freestyle, no doubt. Some do, especially if they're like successful men. A lot of them do go to church because they're they are large donators. A lot of them have businesses that advertise, especially in the Black community, like in the upper class Black community, in the mega churches. You have very successful people that go there. So I wouldn't pass up the church. Okay. Just go to one that is a mega church in a nice area with men that you already know are successful. Go look at the cars in the parking lot. Just these lies are just flying around now, but they're true. Like if this didn't work, I wouldn't be sitting up here talking. If this didn't work, I wouldn't be sitting up here. So it doesn't matter if they're lies. We are aware of these lies. We are aware that we are now forced to tell lies. We are aware that we are forced to be liars now. So we have to roll with it. Make the best of it. Be the best at it. If you're gonna do something, be the best. Okay. Because that's all we have to work with now. So we must be the best. If we have to work with liars, we must be better liars. That's all we got to work with. That's what we got to do. What do you want us to do? Satan's doomed to want to be like him. No. In every story about the devil or selling your soul or whatever, you have to outsmart them and you get your soul back. In every movie, that's how it works out. You have to outsmart the devil. And the only way to outsmart the devil or Satan or whoever, the liar, is to outlie and outsmart them and trick them at their own game with their own game and turn everything back full circle and start off from the beginning. So, yes, the devil is doomed because we're so smart. We will beat him at his own game, baby. That's why. And I'm not saying men are the devil. What I'm saying is anyone who is, trying to do anything against you, if you are doing the exact same thing, but you're better, you always win. Okay? And by outsmarting them. So then you become their devil. Hello. Anyway. Somebody said amen. Hey. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just like being a lawyer. Y'all both lying. Whichever one is the better liar wins the case, baby, at the end of the day. Okay? I want to be part of what? You want to be part of infinity. No man seeks for real love in today's hungry world. No, they don't. And you know why? Because they don't need love. They need lust. Men lust. They don't love. Men don't love. They lust. If you chop their anatomy off, maybe they could love. If you chop that part of them off, or if it didn't work anymore, they might be able to love. If they could control their animalistic behavior in that area, they may be able to love, but it's just very hard. It's just true. How do you play dumb and dependent without men realizing what you're doing? Really, really, really make mistakes. Really, really ask questions and like you don't know the answer to, and sit there and listen. Plan out, write down how dumb you're going to be in advance. Like if they're talking about current events and they're talking about some country, it's like, oh, is that make a mistake on geography? Is that in Canada? Wait, what continent is that in? Get them all mixed up, baby. Then be like, let's get it all mixed up. Thank you. Just tell him to stop bringing it up, right? Sure, what's your advice to attracting a young man between 26 and 35 with money? Be 18 and look good. There you go. Be 18 and look good. Or 19. You're 23 and look good? Okay. Then you might be right there at the verge of the 35-year-old. But they will never take care of you because they're 35 and they still think they're the prize and they can get any woman. Okay. So they may for a second to get what they want, but then they're on to the next. You know, just be careful with the young people. Just get what you can get, invest, start your business, do something. But don't sit there and depend on that. Always be looking for the older. Yes. He said just be done. Right. You women need to understand the intuition of marriage. The institution of marriage is in decline, and you're being led to the lion's den playing these. There ain't no lion's den anymore. We are the lion's den now. I'm the dragon breathing fire. Beautiful man, I am the lion. Don't hurt yourself. So basically, we are the lions now. Okay, we the lions because that's what you've created by your actions. And men are running away from marriage now because it no longer serves them because they have become so vile that marriage is no longer appealing to a man because he knows his nature, what he will do, what he has done, what he will continue to do even after marriage. He knows that divorce is imminent because of what he already plans to do. He knows that he doesn't want you sitting at home while he's out working because secretly he does not believe that you deserve to be feminine, raise your children at home, and be a wife while he's out working. He doesn't think like a virtuous man does anymore. So marriage was based on, especially marriage for love, was based on those things. Marriage based on the virtue of a man and a woman was based on those things. Then it became based on business. That's why men don't want to get married anymore because they already know they're going to mess up from start. They're going to mess up. So they don't even see any value in it anymore because they already know when they make a couple of mistakes, it's over or they're going to suffer. So they don't even try and they don't even see the value in it. They would rather be a baby daddy, to Sharkeisha and them. And because they already know that they're going to mess up. So they don't even try anymore. Women, however, will go into a marriage with optimism because they know if the man is doing everything correct and right, there's no reason or no need to go out and get it from someone else. We just want to be comfortable, happy, and have somewhere safe to raise our kids. That's all most women want, and to be comfortable and to not have to stress. But a man already knows he gonna mess up from start, so he does not want to marry anymore. He wants to go out there and sleep with everything, go out every night, lie to people and ghost them until he got, that old dude in the club that looked way too old to be in there, still looking creepy in the corner, until he becomes that dude. Then he all of a sudden want to settle down, but he dusty and everybody's already married. Now he trying to go after these young chicks. Now he got to come out of pocket and pay for them, because he's wasted his youth. Now he got to reach in his pocket and pay a gold digger to even be seen in public with him, to take him seriously, to go somewhere with him, to settle down with him. Now he got to do all of that because he didn't do it the right way in the beginning. Because he knew he was going to mess up, or he did mess up. So he still pays for it later on in life anyway. He's still going to pay for it, no matter what. So it doesn't matter when he's going to pay for it. He will eventually pay for it. Right? So my thing is, if you want virtuous women, you need to be virtuous men. I've been cheated on my whole life. I'm sorry, Kalista. That's a sad story. But at least you know what to expect. in the future. Okay? And you know that you can make plans according to that, and you can be compensated well for having to even deal with that in the future. Hmm. It's not enough just to cheat back. You need to be getting gifts, money, compensation as well. Because maybe you don't want to cheat. Maybe you just want the money, you know, right? Maybe you do want to cheat and you want the money. Hey, do both. But the only thing is don't do something that you don't want to do. Do what you want to do. Okay. Women can cheat too. Yeah, 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 that's true. But if you don't want to, make sure he pays another way. Okay. What is that written on your necklace? No, this is just a shield and some designs. Women are actually way better at cheating than men are. Yeah, we do everything better once we are pushed into doing it. You know, um, we're better at being virtuous too, if that's what we have to work with. And we got a cheater to work with, we're gonna be a better cheater. If we have a virtuous man to work with, we're gonna be a better virtuous woman. So whatever you give to us is what we give right back to you. Um, Except we're better at it, and we probably get more out of the situation. Hmm. Your son's dad, got a problem with spending, eating McDonald's, and he makes good money, but don't know how to manage that. I hold myself accountable for getting with him, not knowing him first, right? Um, this, if you were married, let me tell you, if you were married, you could just take control of that bank account and manage it yourself. All he needs to do is go to work, deposit his money. You give him a budget of what he could spend, and you manage that. That's what you should be doing. But if y'all aren't married, you can't share that account unless you can talk him into it. I don't know. Thank you, goddess of self. You know, um, when you marry a man, they're supposed to be able to, you're supposed to be able to trust them, or they're supposed to be able to allow you to help manage your financial situation if you know better. Okay? You're Christian, you can't marry a polytheistic Hindu man. Okay? um, you can do whatever you want. That's not against the law. That's not even against religion. Hmm. Sure. What would you say about a wife who doesn't live her husband? Why wouldn't she? Why she doesn't leave her husband? What would I say about a wife who doesn't live for her husband? Why? I don't understand that question. Like, it's too many double consonants. It doesn't make sense. So if you're asking me, what do you say about a woman who doesn't live for her husband? I say good, because most people don't live for other people. They live for themselves and for their children. Thank you, Chi TT. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. So I feel like most people don't live for their husband or live with their husband. It's called separation or long distance relationship. Thank you. Um, right. Women are always in their natural habitats, the kitchen, right? With some good old salmonella, some good old E. coli, some good old Visine. Mm-hmm. We're in our natural habitat with lots of things around to cook with. You're gonna be in your natural habitat too, the toilet. Don't play. Don't get a woman like me, because you You're doomed. Um, uh, 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 uh. Do I manage all the bills? I do have everything set up to where I pay the bills online with his credit card or his bank card, whatever. So everything gets paid on time. Yes, because I'm good with that type of thing. Um, I have a date with a short man. Should I avoid wearing heels on the date? If you can pull off the look without the heels, hmm I would wear mine. I don't care. I'll be proud. I'll be proud of Shorty. What if your husband keeps seeing his ex-wife, but you don't want to end the relationship because he's rich? Um. Okay. So the reason you don't want to end the relationship is because of his money. So why do you care if he's seeing his wife, ex-wife? You just want the money. Go shopping when he's going to see his wife. Purse. Go get some money out the ATM and put it in your account. Save up, start your own business, whatever. But every time he goes, make him pay. That way, every time he does something that you don't like, you're getting compensated. Okay? And eventually he's gonna figure it out. I'm trying to start my business. My husband decided that he won't help me after I help him with making his children comfortable. Um, is it like money that you need? He won't help you. Um, well, time for a sugar daddy. Okay. There you go. You helped him, he ain't gonna help you. I have told y'all how the deal goes. You can get somebody that will help you. Okay. Um, how do I get him down the wedding aisle fast? I don't know. Like, other than lying, you want to lie? Sure, I'm going on my second date, and the guy is spending $300 to $400 on it. Any tips on how to ask for more? Um, I mean, he's spending that on the date, so a split in the middle, and half of that is what he spent on you. Suggest other places to go after or before, or shop along the way. Oh, stop! I need to get something real quick out of the store. Will you come in with me? I'm scared, and make them buy you a bunch of stuff. That's how you can get it. I don't know. What do you think about getting pregnant with a man with men's on purpose? Many women do that. If that's what you want to do, then do that. Sure, what to do if he's losing interest in me? Lose interest in him. Have a backup plan. Have a backup man. What do you say about men who aren't afraid to lose you, but only afraid to lose you to another man? How do you handle a man like that? Get another man, baby. He ain't afraid to lose you unless it's to another man. So guess what? Get another man with more money. Okay? Or start mentioning someone with more money. Like, oh, um, My brother's friend, he just opened a real estate company and he told me that I could come work there anytime or I could just go meet him and he'll show me the how to do this and that or my friend's dad who owns such and such said that he wouldn't mind giving me a good reference letter, but he wants to take me to lunch so we can talk about some things so he knows what to write. Girl, throw all of that stuff in there. Make it seem innocent, but scary at the same time. Connect yourself with fake people that have a lot of money and make him afraid to lose you to a fake person. It's the same thing as losing you to nobody, but he just doesn't know about it. Okay. Sure. How can how to steal him from his ugly but rich girlfriend? If he's only with her because she has money, he ain't going nowhere. Okay. You gotta get rich. He's a gold digger. It's just the same thing. How can a dusty steal you from a rich man? He can't. He needs money. He like the money. Okay. He got you on the side. He got her money. He got everything he needs. Hmm. Um, you did everything in reverse. You're supposed to have the rich man, not the rich girlfriend. Men accuse you of what they do. Exactly. So you were the side chick, now you're the wife. Congratulations, pretty skinny. A lot of women are. Men are gold diggers too, some of them. Do you think you can get a sugar daddy to give you gifts, money without? Yeah, of course. So many women do. It's the thrill of the chase that gets you paid, not when you get caught. hmm Should I ghost the guy on a date to play hard to get? No, because they'll just move on real quick, baby. Men don't care enough to worry about stuff like that. They already have the next one lined up already, whether you ghosted them or not. Um, so women should be lazy. No, women are not lazy. Especially if you're a wife and you have kids, you don't ever rest. Okay, you don't get any holidays off. Every day you got to get up and make somebody something to eat. Every day, you can't ever really be sick. So women are not lazy. We have to do so much more, but you know, men don't understand that until it's time to babysit their own kids, and that's what they call it, babysitting their own kids. So no, women are not lazy. um, can I get money from a sugar daddy before that? If you good and you look good, they desperate. Hey, um, right. Women's work is never done. Exactly. From sun up to sundown and after sundown. Um, so yeah, a woman is never, ever, ever lazy. The only time you could really truly have a lazy woman is if she doesn't have a job, any children, or any ambition in life. Because even it takes even a woman to get up and get dressed, do her makeup, pick out her nice outfit, and go somewhere to even attract a man. That you can't be lazy and even do that because that's effort. You know. So okay, why women should not have to work if their wives and mother. Oh, this is why women should not have to work if they are wives and mothers. I agree. Who's going to raise your kids? While you're at work, who's watching your children? Who's picking them up from school? Who's helping them with homework? Who's making sure they're not doing anything bad? Who's teaching them right from wrong? Nobody. So a daycare, no, they don't do what they're supposed to really do. They just make sure they don't kill themselves and that they eat. So, mhm. Why men pull away once they think you got they got you? Because it's the thrill of the chase that they like. It's not the catch. It's the thrill of the chase. You ever play with a cat before with a string? They enjoy chasing that string so much, and then when they get it, they stop. They're done. They're bored. It's the thrill of the chase. That's why you never get got ever. How to handle conflict with James? I don't have conflict with James. Thank you, Lisa Jones. I don't have any conflict. Why? Because he doesn't do anything. And if he did, I wouldn't care. Like, I don't have any conflict because I have my own life. I have my own morals. I have my own set of values. I have my own plans. I have everything. Like, what he does not affect how I feel or think. Now, he doesn't do anything for me to even get upset at. We've been together for 18 years. By now, everything is all smooth. Everything is smooth. We're not the same age. So he's not in the same mind frame as someone my age would be. So we're very mellow. Right. My man says he loves me and has strong feelings fast. He keeps asking me to do. Keeps asking if you feel the same way. Not sure how to answer. Just lie, girl. Say yeah, because he would tell you that if he could get something. Carla, thank you so much for the donation. You said he's an old man just working and going home. He worked from home most of the time, so he's always here. Right. How old were you when you got married? 26. 26. Right. Isn't it bad to say you like a guy? If you're over 25, I think so. Like, that's young stuff, You would say he has potential qualities to be a good husband after you're 25. You need to be looking for the bag, the permanent bag, or have your own plan, but date for purpose still. Love you, Sheer. I feel like some YouTubers are just taking your tips on here and saying the same on their channel without giving you it. Thank you, Debbie. It doesn't matter to me. As long as the message gets out, it doesn't matter to me. My channel, whatever I speak and say, is for everybody. I don't mind if someone tells you the exact same thing as long as it's right or beneficial to you, So I can't copyright information. I can't copyright what I do. I can only copyright my videos. So it doesn't bother me as long as the message is spreading, then we don't have to deal with these type of men anymore, because if that channel's talking about the same thing this channel is talking about, then more people are getting the message and acting accordingly. So once that happens, more and more people start to think that way, and then things change. So I don't care. I'm good with it. In fact, if I didn't want anybody else helping other people, I wouldn't be helping anyone. period. Or I would make it private. So, but here we are. hmm Um, Women belong on the kitchen or the bathroom. Oh, the bedroom. I'm sorry. Yes, they do, right? They sure do. They belong there. Do you have a house with a kitchen and a bedroom? A master suite, perhaps? Maybe some granite countertops, preferably in a very nice neighborhood? Or do you have one of those to even put a woman in? Is your credit good enough to get a house? Okay. So if you need a woman to belong where she belongs, you need to be able to have a house to put her in where she belongs. Okay. Because I can film in the bedroom, I can film in the kitchen as well. Right? Y'all talk a good talk, but can't even walk the walk. You need love. Oh, that's so sweet. They have some pet adoption centers, in mostly every city. Why don't you go get a pet? The thing is, like, if you love someone, you take care of them. So if you need love, you gotta provide. How can how can you get laid by women easier? Get paid. It rhymes. Paid equals late. Paid, late. There you go. Paid. Thanks, Shira. I take care of myself way more than I ever did. Good for you. You should. Women should take care of themselves. Nobody else is. Nobody else is. You might as well do it. So they can start doing it too. Shira, what to do if a guy gave only $100 when you said you needed money? When you say you need money, how to respond? You weren't specific. You need to say, I need money for something that's more expensive than $100. I need new tires. I need new this. I need to get my car out of the shop. It costs this much money. You got to say, you got to be specific. And then they'll feel like they're rescuing you. Sure, where is your love? Are you single, sister? No, I'm married. I'm married. Right. My love is with my children and with myself. And then I also love my husband and how he provides and takes care of his family. But first and foremost, it's not based on a fleeting emotion, but it is based on long term. Thank you, KNG. KN. He wanted me to go to a hotel on the third date, paid me $100 for the first, $250 for the second. How do I say to him now? He asked me, how should I approach things? There's a death in your family. Someone died in your family, and you have to fly to go to the funeral, and you need this much money. And when you get back, you're going to meet up again. And when you get back, you're going to be mourning. So it's going to take you a little while to get over this death. So you buy yourself another couple of months. Or he'll just dump you and find somebody else. Or you can, keep him on a string. I'll always have a death in the family. That's going to work every time. Should you please help me have you a side chick, how to get rid of the main chick, and mother of the child. Girl, Well, think about this, Jasmina. Does he have money? Does he have a place to live without the main chick? Will he be put on child support? Are you worth all of that? The cost of moving, the cost of being on child support, the cost of whatever is going to cost him to leave. Are you worth that to him? The answer is no. He's probably not going to leave. If the answer is yes, then you need to give him the ultimatum. And if he wants you that much, he will choose you. If he doesn't, you will remain side chick or leave. Okay. What if they actually died as you now put it? What if they died? I hope he was on life insurance. All smiles. After you walk out, would you mail the keys back or just dispose? Girl, do you think I look like the type that will mail the keys back? No, I'm keeping them because I know he's gonna be too stupid and lazy to change the locks. And I'm going back to get some more stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. Anywho, do you have videos on diet and self-care regimen? Thank you, Wendy Khan. I always say just eat 1,200 calories a day and you'll lose weight. You just joined the gym, but it's not a big location. Any tips on getting them there? People in there are mainly in their zone working out. Thank you, Angelic Princess. Well, you look like you're fit in your photo. So get you some nice gym clothes and go early in the morning because that's when the old people go. If you can. If you can, that's when the old people go because they up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Go early in the morning. Get on a treadmill or a bike right in front of the older man that's working out, or walk by him, drop something, bend over, pick it up. Ask him questions, stuff like that. That's how you got to do it. You got to be like really out there. You got to need help. Go to the weights where people are lifting. Could you help me? Be helpless. Mm-hmm. You ghosted an ex because he started dealing with your friend. Okay, first of all, he was an ex. Now he's contacting me. What should I do? By now, you should already have been with another man. So I don't deal with exes. They're exes for reasons. Do you dig in the garbage after you throw some stuff in the trash? Do you go back in the garbage, dive in, and get to the bottom of the trash and pull something out that was thrown in there? Because I know I don't. Stay away from exes. Okay? Dumpster diving. That's all you're doing. It's going back to the trash. Okay. Y'all know I don't believe in going back to exes. It's stupid. Forget the ex, exactly. Move on. Do better. You're supposed to be graduating from him to better, remember? Exes are exes for a reason. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Soul Guider, the Queen. Hey, Sheila, the mother of 5 here. Love you. Hey, girl, all them kids. I know you need a sugar daddy. Hey. What do you do if he ghosts you? How to get his attention back? You should already be on the date with the next man since he's on the date with the next woman. I don't understand why women don't understand this. When you're ghosted by a man, they with somebody else. They are on to the next. When you're ghosted, you have been you have been replaced. Like, why in the world would he not want to see you? Because he's seeing someone else, right? I already know if somebody ghosted me, somebody done hit the lotto, done found the jackpot, done found somebody better than me, better looking than me, easier to get along with than me, and have ghosted me. And I'm like, okay, you know, or someone who's easier than me, someone who has less standards than me. It could be the exact opposite. It don't even matter. But they are with them and they ain't here. So obviously, either you're too much or too little for them. And it doesn't even matter because it don't matter because they're already with someone else. Just move on. Go get you somebody else. hmm And here's the thing: a lot of women, they want to fight and work for someone who doesn't want to do the same for them. Okay, why? Why do you want to put effort and strain your brain to think about someone who's just ghosted you? Waste of time and energy. When you can be putting that into getting someone better and moving on and forward. Okay. Emotion because of emotional addiction. Okay, emotions are temporary. Emotions are temporary. They're going to change. And if you make a permanent decision for a temporary emotion, then your life changes based on something temporary, which is not smart. So I don't feel like basing, an emotional addiction. Get a cat, baby. Get a dog and go visit your friend. You know, go see your family. So no, like love life is important also. Yeah, that's not really. Not really. It's important if you don't have it. When you got it, it ain't important anymore. It's just something you can scratch off your list. It's true like anything else. It's true like anything else. When you don't have something, you really want it, it becomes very important. As soon as you get it, you're like, it's not what I thought it was going to be. I'm bored. How come he's not texting me every 5 minutes like he used to? Then it becomes something else. The best thing you can do is invest in yourself, have something to do, have something going for yourself, and become the complement and added bonus to a successful man's life. Enjoy the comforts, raise your kids, teach them well, um, give them the things that they deserve, be there for them, raise up, smart, cared for children in a good environment. It's not about how another person makes you feel, it's about how you feel about yourself. Because no matter what, at the end of the day, it's just you anyway. Okay, when you lay down and go to sleep and close your eyes and think about the day, it's just you. How do you feel about yourself? Good or bad? Are you going to base how you feel about yourself on a relationship with somebody else? No, because any day they could leave or die. So base it on yourself and you'll never go wrong. Yeah, that's just true. Like, I don't care, man, whatever. Um, I'm good when I go to sleep at night. I feel good about myself. Feel good about my kids. Feel good about my life. I go to sleep just fine. How can you be certain that a man won't leave everything to his children from another mother? Oh, you need to take out an insurance policy, or have him write a living will. Legal documents. Okay. So I got no chance with you if you're married. See, that's the thing about getting married. If someone can do everything for you, you don't need nobody else. You know, I don't think you can do much for me. So probably not. Does tips on a first date with a guy that's 10 years older than me? I'm 21. Girl, he's 31. Girl, he's 21 in his mind. Act act 21, baby. You good. He's gonna act the same way you do. Okay. He's probably gonna be using old slang, but he's still gonna be in the same mindset. How you bring up the life insurance thing when you say to a guy when he asks what I do all day. Girl, you gotta get creative. You gotta get creative. I did a video on that a couple of days ago. You know, just sit down with a pen and paper and come up with a scenario. Come up with a sob story. Come up with something. But it's best if it comes from you because it seems genuine. You know, if I tell you what to say and you say something and it doesn't sound like yourself, it's gonna sound like a scam. So best thing to do is come up with a creative way to suggest getting life insurance policy. You know, just start crying, make up something. You know, I had a bad dream. You know, just something, but make it sure it sounds genuine. Thank you, Sarah. Last year, one of my previous sugar daddy offered to live with me, but I said no. I have had a change of heart, and I want him to live with me. How do I suggest this to him without actually asking? Thank you, Sarah. Live with you. I don't know. I mean, if he's paying for everything, if you know, if he's really a sugar daddy, just mention it again. Do you remember when you asked if you could live with me and I said no? He'll be like, yeah, I do. Well, I was thinking about it the other day, and sometimes I think about if I had said yes, what would things be like? Then he'll say, do you want me to move? Then you could say, yeah. Just set up the question. hmm So you pay half the bills, well, then you have a man. I'm gonna do what half a man. Oh, okay. Shira, big sis. I met a preacher, old and looks like a potential sugar daddy. He said to come spend the night. How do I get the bag strategy? Girl, do not spend the night. Do not spend the night. Laugh and say, oh, you're so funny. Why don't you take me out? Act like you know he's joking. hmm How to get him to buy you a car. He's hooked. I need strategy. Take him to the car lot. That's where you going. Like, hey, let's go hang out today. Da, 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 da. You know, drive by the car lot. Oh my gosh, pull in, pull in. Hurry, pull in. Don't even tell him why. What? Just pull in real quick. I thought I saw my friend's car. Oh, look at this nice car here. Oh, wow. Do you like this car? Ooh, wow. You want to test drive one? It wasn't her. She has this car. It's really nice. And, you know, I really like this car. It's like my dream car. I mean, have it be cheap, not super cheap, but like, really, this is your dream car? So he could feel like he bought you your dream car, even though it's not your dream car. See? Then he'll feel like he's doing something grand. And then when like the car dealer dude comes up to you, starts asking you questions, look up at him. Well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for something today? You want to test drive something? Oh, I like this car right here. Do you want to test drive it? Well, what do you think? You want to test drive it with me? Sure. He gonna say anything because he hasn't gotten to date 2, date 3, or hopefully your bag yet. So he's gonna say yes to everything. And up until that moment, he gets anything. Once he gets it, something, once he gets it, he's not gonna be up for it. So get it before you do anything. Okay. Or get it while he's still hooked in that crazy goo goo gaga stage. All right. What do you do when he knows you play the game? Play dumb. Mhm. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Deny, deny, deny. How can I get out of agreeing to monogamy with my married man who pays my bills? He says he'll probably get a divorce soon and he only wants me. Lie. Like, I don't know why women want to tell a man that they're sleeping with other men. That's the stupidest thing you could ever do. Ever. Okay? That's the dumbest thing you could ever do as a woman. Lie. Tell him you're the only one. If you gotta do what you gotta do on the side, do it discreetly because he don't want to know about it. Okay. Um, right. Why are you trying to be honest? hmm Oh, to me, like to me, and I'm just gonna be honest, and I'm no judgment on you. Don't I'm not judging you because there's many women that do that. But just listen. To a man, it's not the same. It's not the same. Okay. Um, so for me, you just need to keep the peace and don't tell them if that's what you got to do. hmm What should I do if my woman only brought me back half of what she owes me after a long night of working the corner? um, Perhaps you need to get out on the corner and make the other half for yourself. hmm Yes. Maybe they didn't want her. Maybe they wanted you. She didn't have the equipment. I'm a guy. I think if a guy pays for everything of yours these days, then you're a baby. Good. That's the nickname. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, babe. Okay. I'll be your baby tonight, Whitney Houston. 1986, 84. One of them. 85. Um, I'll be your baby tonight. Whatever you want from me. See? Whatever. Um, I wonder what Sheila thinks about messing with married men. I never did that, but still. Um, if the man is married, he's messing around his wife. So what do you think about married men messing around? Don't put it on the woman. Okay, the woman be sitting there minding her business, free for anybody to approach. If a man decides to walk up knowing he got a wife and kids or whatever at home, she ain't doing nothing wrong. Okay, he's the one that took vows. She ain't take no vow. So I feel like look at the person that is truly responsible for a woman messing with a married. Mm-hmm. 100% correct. Exactly. I told a guy that I was when you were 22. She's married to her. Thank you. So yeah, just because you don't believe in that, it doesn't mean he don't believe in that. Okay, because obviously he doing it. So if you don't want a part in it, that's great. That's wonderful. You just gonna go to the next chick, and it won't even matter. Hmm. Okay. You were raised this way. I wasn't raised this way at all. It's called having your own thinking. You can be raised a certain way. You could be given certain values and morals. And if they're not helping your life get to the next level, then you create your own. Okay. Or you adjust the other ones to create the life that you desire. Hmm. Hmm. A lot of women are not mentally or no, emotionally stable enough to be a side chick. Okay. So you're going to have to figure out if you are or not. Hmm. She, congratulations. Oh, y'all are congratulating each other. Hey. How do you get a man to ask you to come stay with him, Shira? He's loaded and stays far, so to secure before it's too late, he's in love already. Show up with a suitcase, so you got kicked out. Thank you, Emily. How to push him towards that engagement ring store. No more sex till I get me an engagement ring, baby. Thank you, Emily, for the donation. Cut it off. It's cheaper to keep her. Hmm. Put your foot down. Have a standard. Do you think a Dusty can be converted by showing him your videos? No, do not show Dusty's my video. Okay, don't be that chick. Don't be the dumb chick that gives men all the information so you can't even use it on them anymore. Okay, do not show a Dusty this channel. Ugh. Show them a channel where a man is instructing them to be a better man. Don't show them this channel. Okay, because all they're going to do is be mad at you for even watching it. And anything you try will not work on them because they're going to be watching it more than you. Okay? Please. And you don't need to show a Dusty nothing. I mean, if it's your brother, if it's your cousin and somebody you're not interested in, sure, give it to them. But if it's somebody that you're interested in, don't do it. Okay? Yeah, be smart about that. Right? This is why I watch Alpha Male Strategy so I can know the game men play. Hmm. I already know the men play. They all, okay. As soon as they open their mouth, lie. As soon as they take a breath, preparing for another lie. Second breath, second lie. Second inhalation, preparing for third lie. Okay? So whatever they got to do to get it, they're going to do it no matter what. That's why they always ask you, what are you looking for? So they can become that and get it quick. Never tell a man what you're looking for. What do you want out of a man? Then they tell you, I'm looking for a wife. Because all women are trying to get married. And they tell you they're looking for a wife. Well, I'm not looking for a husband. This messes up their game. Okay? They already know what you want. They already know what you're going to say. or they ask you what you want, so they become it, so they can get what they want and get out quick. Never tell them anything you want. In fact, tell them the opposite, so they can end up doing the opposite and giving you exactly what you want. Okay? So I'm trying to find me a wife. I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to settle down. Oh, well, not me. I'm just trying to have fun. Yeah, I love being spontaneous and having fun and going out and just, da da da. Now he's thrown off. Now you what he want, you see, because he know he ain't trying to get married. He just saying that to get in your pants. Now you can work him. See, so now he's less likely to lie to you as much because he's not trying to get in your pants with the marriage line, because you just want to have fun. So it's going to be a little bit easier for him. So he's not going to try so hard. So he's going to be a little bit more honest, you know? So, don't tell him what you want. Tell him what you don't want and watch him light up, because that's what he wants. Thank you, 88 wins. Which cities have the most wealthy and generous men? It just depends. There's like a website, or just type in wealthiest cities. It'll pop up online. I think someone said Washington D.C. and somewhere else. East Coast somewhere. On the East Coast. What was it? Mm-hmm. What if you told him that's what you want and you change your mind? No, it's too late. You already told him. You got to have game from start. You can kind of mention it, like, because if you mention it, then he's going to say, well, why is she mentioning it? Just act like you don't want it anymore. Just talk about single life in the future, or, whatever. Make it seem like you don't want it anymore. Like, oh yeah, well, in a couple of years, I'll be traveling because I'm going to be single and da 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 da. Yeah. Oh, someone says Maryland. You're Maryland, hey? So, we have YouTube channels now to teach people how to be dishonest. This is our world now. And I can guarantee you that men started the channels first on how to game women. I can guarantee you that. Go research the first video on how to get this out of a woman. Let's see who come up. Then research the first video, how to get this from a man. See which one pops up first. So we have to evolve with the time. You can't put an engine from an old Model T into a new car. It don't work. Sure, I live in a luxury high-rise. There are 4 men in my building that seem to like me. One is very sad. I haven't let him take me golfing yet. How do I date all 4? Well, assign them each. Thank you for the donation, Ether. Hey, assign them each a role. One is for food. One is for recreation. That's the golf dude. One is for shopping. Assign them each something. That way you won't end up at the same places. You won't see him at the restaurant. You'll be at the mall with him. You'll be on the golf course with him. You can do the golf in the daytime. The shopping on the weekend and the dinners during the weekday. While the other ones get all their schedules and coordinated. Hmm. Don't try to do everything with everybody. Assign them for one thing. Well, I only have time to do dinners. I can't do anything much else. I'm super busy. Well, I only have time to do golf maybe once a week. Well, I only have time, I got to get my shopping in during the weekend. If you want to spend time with me, you got to go to the mall with me. And, maybe we can walk around, window shop, and eat at the food court or something. But I only have time to do this. So if you want to spend time with me, this is my slot. Just make it seem like you're super busy. And if they want to spend time with you, they got to do what you need them to do. Hmm. Hmm. You live 2 minutes away. We work 2 minutes away from each other. What should I do? Hmm. Well, daytime, lunch, happy hour. You got to work with what you got. How can you attract a basketball player or rapper? Be a groupie. Hang out after all the games where the groupies hang out. Go to the after hour clubs that are sponsoring them to party there. Find out ahead of time where they're going to be hanging out. There's always the after party in the city. Um, look good enough to get into the VIP section and go sit in there. Thank you, Nay Songs. You'll meet them, but I can't guarantee anything else. The rest is up to you. What do you think about women who never get married on purpose? I think that's their decision. Some people don't want to be married. There are people that are so particular. They don't like people in their space. They don't like people touching their stuff. They don't like people using their bathroom. I could totally understand why someone wouldn't want to get married. Hey, Mama D. Taylor, you got my message. I'm coming. Okay, yeah, got it. Oh, I need to check it. But hey, if only what? I just told him, the preacher, to take me out. He said, when? What do I say? Where do I take him? Girl, you don't take him nowhere. He take you somewhere. Name the nicest restaurant you can think of. Okay, he got money. He got that congregation money. Anywhere next to a shopping area. That's nice. That way you can go shopping after. Okay? The building fund is not the building fund. Okay? Thank you for all the advice. Now I can take your advice. My millionaire guy is treating me like a queen. Good for you. Hi, Kelly Rose. If a man was played burnt by gold diggers, would he still be a good potential date? Of course, because you're not going to approach him the same way. If you got, yeah. Sure, what's your opinion on age gap dating with upper middle class men? The bigger the gap, the more the money. My sister was afraid to marry because of gay. Well, that's something you do have to consider these days, but hey. What's with all the low class East Europeans in here today? I don't know. Mandy, I don't know. I don't even notice. What if he always pays but doesn't want to give cash money in your hands? Then he doesn't want you to have cash money in your hands. Come up with a scenario why you need some money. I have to go somewhere after this, and I have to pay for this, and I have to pay for that, and I don't have it. Mm-hmm. See if he'll go get it for you. Go to the ATM. Sure, is it smart to date an inexperienced guy who treats me well? If that's what you want. I mean, I don't know what you mean by inexperienced. I just, as long as you're happy for real and it's not going to affect the rest of your life, you're fine. Let him take you shopping and take the clothes back for money, right? Or stop by an ATM, pretend you try to use your card and like you can't get no money out. And then you start getting upset and say, oh my gosh, I can't get any money out. And see if he pulls out his card. Do that at the beginning of the date. That way, if he don't give you no money, the whole date is messed up. It's a bad feeling. Do it at the beginning. That way, first of all, he thinks you're going to try to pay or that you're trying to just get some money out and he's not going to think anything of it. You act like you can't get the money out and you start almost crying. I told my mom I was going to bring her some money because her rent is due and my bank account is frozen for some reason. I don't know. It's like, just lie. If he doesn't go in his account and give you the money, hey, Mama Detailer, thank you for the donation. If he don't go in that account and pull some money out quick, the whole date is spoiled. And look extra good, so he wants to show you off. Like have some of this showing and some legs and smell good and be like rubbing his back before you even pretend like you don't know that the ATM is not going to work. Be like, oh hey babe, can we stop here real quick? I gotta get some cash out of the ATM. Oh, hold his hand, be like this. Just 1 second. Oop, turn your head. I don't want you to see my code. Doo-doo-doo. With the little thing come out. Like, oh my gosh. Funds not available. I can't believe this. Try it again. Don't ask him. Just try like 3 times. Then get sad. What's wrong? My account is frozen or something. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what happened. I have to get this cash out. Oh my gosh. Then people are going to be waiting in line. They're going to be looking at him like, what you going to do, dog? What you going to do? You ain't got no ATM card either? You know, just sit there and be like, I need this. I need to get some cash. Let him pull that card out, baby. It would work. Watch. It will work. It will work. Especially if there's a line. And you haven't even gone on the date yet. And you look good. And he can rescue you. He hasn't gotten anything yet. Oh, he gonna do it. Well, how much do you need? There you go. And then if he says no, he got to sit there the whole date with you judging him. Knowing he's going to have to pay for the whole date and probably never get a call back. So what you got to do, you got to pay. So ladies, that is the lifelong question of how you get money on the first date. Y'all been asking that question since day one. There you go. Mark your calendars. Write it down. ATM machine, card that does not work. Bank account frozen. First date, look good. Have a line behind you. Go there first before the date even begins. Make sure whatever location you're at to meet, make sure there's an ATM there. Plan this in advance. There you go. What if he asks you to pay back? He won't. And just tell him, well, I don't know if I'll ever be able to pay you back. Just don't agree to it. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay you back. In money. Say in money. Tell him you can bake him a cake, girl. Maybe I can bake you a cake. Make up some stuff he don't say maybe I can take you to lunch. Maybe I can bake you a cake. Or like go to the store and buy a cake. Okay. Why do trolls? Oh, I don't know. The men coming in here. Yeah. One day I watched a video on YouTube from the 1900s. People were wearing well-dressed modest clothes. I know, right? I asked Bella, what should I do when a man invited me to a wedding and I said yes, but now he's saying that he's attending a birthday instead? What should I do? Are you invited to the birthday? Thank you for the donation. Go anyway if you're just invited to the birthday. If you're not invited at all, he's probably taking someone else. Or her. My sugar daddy gets $6,000 a month, plus money from a vacation house that he rents. Do you think he will buy me a car? He's lonely, 58-year-old man. $6,000 a month, plus a vacation home. So that's not really a lot if he has like a mortgage and a car note and his bills. I mean, I guess it could be. It just depends on how he spends money and where he lives. So he may be able to put a down payment on a car. I don't know. I mean, if it's cheap. But maybe if you look good enough, he gonna do it. Especially if you say, so I can come visit you. Right. That's not even 1,000, a 10,000, 100,000 a year. I know what I'm saying. Depends on where he lives and how much extra he's getting from that vacation house. I don't know. How much do taxi drivers make? This guy said he owns his girl. The same as Uber. That man can't buy you a car. You and your husband only dated 5 years. It's been 28 years this July. You married 23 years now. The man in my family don't marry. They leave everything to sisters and brothers. Okay. Y'all need prayer. You're being prayed on for your energy. What? Sure. How to respond to a guy who's getting physical and invited to his house? Where'd you draw the line? Do you have standards? Thank you, Sarah, for that question. You need to have standards so you know they already knew where the line was in the beginning. Basically, I don't do A, B, C, and D unless I have all bills paid in a committed relationship and I no longer work. So they won't even be bothered to ask you to come over their house unless they're already doing those things. Or, so you need to have standards so that they can't do that. You see? So no, I don't do that. I don't spend that over people's house until I'm in a committed relationship with someone who can take care of me. Just say it just like that. Just say it in one whole breath. Don't even be scared to say it. Then they have to figure out what they want to do with that. Um, and if they've invested a lot of money into you already, then they'll continue. If they haven't, they'll easily let you go. That's why I say get them to invest. That way, once they've invested a lot, they will lose. If they pull out now, they will lose. So they're gonna have to keep going to get the prize because men are competitive. They can't ever get the prize, and they've invested a lot of effort and money into it. They're gonna want to get to the finish line eventually, so they're gonna do whatever you need them to do. Okay, so get them to the finish line so you can get everything, and then they're less likely to ghost you if they've invested so much time and energy and money into you, and then you'll have a regular sugar daddy. Okay, but you got to do it right. Can't do it stupid. Can't give it up too quick. Um, right. So I plan to get a few to pay for my PS. I don't need to pay to look better. Okay. It's risky going to his house. It sure is. Don't go over there. Unless you have a friend with you. Hmm. Everything I proclaim is inspired directly by Satan. Um, well, I can't say that that's not true. You know, if a man lies to you, he's inspired by Satan. If I'm inspired by the man who was inspired by Satan, I guess I'm inspired by whoever the man was inspired by. So all I can do is react to what's given to me and put in my face. Mandy. My boyfriend pays all of the bills, but I think he is hiding something. No proof. He is constantly lying. I told him that I needed space, so I'm leaving for a week. Good idea. How do I act when I get back? Thank you. See you, Shay TV. He will be with the other woman while you're gone, telling her that you left him, giving her false hope to stick around even longer because she probably knows about you already. He'll probably have some extra money to spare. So he'll probably take her out someplace really nice, may even bring her over his place or whatever. Promise her a lot of things because he doesn't know when you're coming back. So he's going to prepare for plan B. And he's probably going to do a lot of things and start investing into her. And when you get back, it may be too late. And he still may keep you, but he's going to be into her even more. So leaving is not the answer. Being possessive and trying to control someone is never the answer. All men lie. All of them. Get used to it. Make a t-shirt and wear it. So all you can do is do the same thing or up your bills. Oh, babe, I know you're busy. I know you have somewhere to go, but I increased the data on my phone, or I increased the cable bill this month, or I need some new tires on my car, or I need to go buy a new dress because I have to go to my friend's wedding. Get extra money out of him. Punish him financially. Get his money. He's going to cheat no matter what. Get his money. And then go do whatever you need to do. But never allow him the opportunity to replace you when you're gone. That doesn't punish him. That gives him time to do what he was trying to do behind your back anyway. Okay? So be smart. Think. Don't react. Always win. Always leave with something in your hand. If you don't want to win, if you just want to bust him and have him admit that he's lying and then break up and not have your bills paid, wonderful. You lose. Okay. But if you're smart about it, you can win. You already know. So that's the main thing. You could stop sleeping with him. You know, you don't have to sleep with him. Right. Would you date a sugar daddy after he calms down from dating a bunch of women? As long as he paying all the bills, I don't care what he, because I'm not gonna be doing anything with him. Um, Once he's like that, he's always gonna be like that until he's super old. Till he can't be like that. Um, you're welcome. I've been dating a good man for over a year. We were in a relationship but broke up because I have a daughter and he isn't ready for that. Nothing has changed though. Whatever can I make him? Um, he just let you know that he does not want to be in a relationship with a woman with a child. Listen to him. Okay. Don't force a man into something that he doesn't want. That way we don't end up seeing these kids on the TV missing. Exit fast. He don't want that. Okay. Exit quick, baby. On to the next. Just met a 45-year-old 2 days ago. I'm 25. How do I figure out if he's going to invest? How ugly is he compared to you? Can he get a woman without investing? If the answer to those questions are he ain't ugly and he can get a woman without investing, go older. Come up with a scenario. If he doesn't offer to help you, he's not trying to invest. If he really likes you, he will hop at the opportunity to help you. Okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say he would do it already. What? Yeah, well then give him a scenario. Tell him you need help. I need I I need car parts. It's gonna be expensive. I don't have the money until like next month. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What Sure, what to do if I'm embarrassed that I'm not as rich as the man? Why would you want to be as rich as the man? He's supposed to give his money to you, baby. You ain't supposed to be rich as the man. He's supposed to be rich and give you his money. See? I never get upset at someone else's success. Good for you. Um, Humility is one of the loftiest virtues. Yes. I am humbled. I need help. Will you help me, sir? It works well. Um, Humble enough not to work. Right. Even in the Bible, it says for a wife to start her own business. Okay. And she need a man to set the foundation to allow her to stay home so she can start her own business. Okay. Then not what I teach. Get you a man, let him invest in your business. Start a business. Represent your man at the gate. That way people will think highly of him. Isn't that what I teach? Mandy says everything I teach is of Satan, so I guess Proverbs in the Bible is of Satan. Anyway. Because she's so Christian and she knows that Bible back and forth, right? Anywho. She just here to argue. She's not. She here to troll. She don't really listen. Would I date a sugar daddy if he calmed down after dating a bunch of women? Sure, if he's gonna pay all my bills and buy me a car and a house and all that kind of stuff, why not? Satan knows the scriptures, okay? But Christians don't. If Satan knows the scriptures, but Christians don't, then what does that say? You know what I'm saying? Jesus wants me to be taken care of. Exactly. Exactly. Jesus wants. Thank you. You wish you paid attention to my so-called trolling. Girl, bye. When you arrive at Judgment Day. Ooh, I'm going to arrive Judgment Day. I'm going to be standing right next to you, Mandy, on Judgment Day. I'm going to be standing right next to you. And I'm like, oh, hi, Mandy. How are you? Oh, you're in line to be judged too? Wow. Hope God's not black. Hope God's not a man. A lot of men at my job try to give me money, but people talk. A lot there, and my auntie works there. Should I dabble and leave it alone? If yes, how? Keep it a secret, girl. Yeah, go ahead. Get that money. Keep it a secret. Didn't deny. Your arrogance will be your downfall. I know, I've heard that before. But if you ever see me fall down, it was on purpose. Because I'm gonna time my downfall, just like everybody else times their downfall. Then I'm gonna get right back up and dust myself off. Because ain't nothing like a good comeback. Okay. I'm gonna fake it. Thank you for that idea. I'm gonna fake it. I'm gonna make it clickbait, my downfall, and my rise, my comeback. It's all gonna be fake though. But if that's what you want to see, if that's what sells, I will do it. I will pull a Trisha Payton with quickness. But I try to be honest and virtuous with my audience, with you guys. See, solo won't slide. So I got to give it to them. Yeah. You know what? My next video, I'm getting divorced. 1 million views. Next video. This divorce is terrible. Then all of a sudden we're going to be getting back together. Ain't nothing ever even happened. He's still in their sleep. I'm going to fake my cries. I'm going to go sit on my kitchen floor. build up this subscriber count. Okay, I told you we do it better. We do it better. Even our downfalls are better. How you gonna fall down and still make more money? Hmm. Thank you, Leilita, the natural. Hi, Shira. My boyfriend's only 5 years older than me. We have been together almost 3 years, no ring. He pays the rent and has a car. So I am benefiting. I want to get some sugar daddies on the side. Will this work? Girl, he pays the rent and he has a car. A roommate could pay half the rent and has a car. I don't know. Like, to me, that's not like, I don't know. Like, if that's an added bonus to you, if you can save your money because he pays the rent and eventually move out, yes, that's what you can do. But wait until you're out of there to start, unless you don't work at all. You could go out during the day, but I really wouldn't chance that. I would start my plan to get out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't get no sugar daddy on the side. That's how domestic violence starts. Yeah, like especially if that dude don't have a lot of money and he's paying all the rent and stuff, he's probably gonna feel upset. And the less you have to lose, the worse it is. Okay, just save your money and leave. Do what they do. Let him bob the bill. You get up out of there. Um, Mandy in here talk about Jesus and Jews and all stuff. Whatever. What are y'all talking about? Y'all are silly. So, what's Mandy talking about? You would rather be old and wrinkled than fecal skin. Really? Because everybody's paying for the exact opposite. But I guess you got to be different. Mandy in here trolling. No, I don't need any moderators. I like them to say whatever they need to say. It doesn't bother me. Mhm. I went with a guy to a date and then he invited me a second time and I flaked. He blocked him, but he kept trying to contact me and now he is inviting me again. How do I benefit from this situation? Go somewhere where there's shopping. Go say, oh, let's meet here. Make sure it's going to have a long wait list. That way, oh my gosh, the wait is an hour. Oh, well, let's go shopping. Let's go walk around the shopping center. Okay? Always plan it. Make sure you know it's going to be busy. Say, oh, well, let's meet here at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock where you know the wait is going to be long. Make sure it's in the shopping center. Go walk around the shopping center, make him buy you stuff. Or at least maybe walk around and let him see what you like. Maybe he'll gift it to you later. Who knows? Or if you pick something out and go to pay for it, maybe he'll step in and pay. Just try it. Mm-hmm. How did you meet? I've told that story so many times. Out and about, sitting there at a bar, in a restaurant. He just walked up to me. Mhm. 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 Mandy Lynn. A true Christian wouldn't be on these channels. They'd be doing the Lord's work, helping orphans, feeding the poor, not sitting here trolling and gossiping and being racist. If you're a true Christian, then nobody should be a Christian, baby, because you're representing your religion poorly, very poorly. So I suggest you get out there and start being what a real Christian is supposed to be. Go help the needy, go help the homeless, go pray for somebody that needs prayer, you know, um, all that kind of good stuff. Because you're not being of service to your Lord here. You're being, you're giving him a bad reputation, actually. So he's no longer going to claim you if you messing up his name. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Here, what do I do if I agreed to see each other today and he hasn't reached out yet? Could we be on another day? Go freestyle. He's found your replacements. If he hasn't called today, he's either going to try to call you at the last minute or waiting on you to chase him, which you don't do. Make other plans. You too important. Act like you're famous, baby. If you met someone and you were famous and they didn't reach out to you, oh well, on to the next, baby. I'm not gonna text. Okay. Um like that's I get asked that question so much. What do you do if he made plans and he doesn't text and reach out? That means he wants you to chase. Don't chase. If you're important, if you're a priority, everything would be already set. You would know where to go, where to meet, what time to meet, all that good stuff. You're not a priority. He wants you to chase. He's trying to flip the script on you, flip the script on him, and already be out with somebody else. Okay? hmm Or go out and freestyle by yourself. It doesn't even matter. If you should call at the last minute, tell him you're already out. I've already been out. I've been out. So you want to come play this tab? There you go. Yes, I am petty. Your fiance loves the strip club. I told him how it makes me feel insecure and really found out he has been going behind my back. He pays all the bills and is a provider. Should I be mad? Girl, no. Thank you, Gabriel. Don't be mad about the strip club. Go to the strip club too. Once you start going, he ain't gonna want to go. See what I mean? You're gonna take all the fun out of it. Let him go. Be like, hey, I want to go too. Take me too. It's gonna be like, you want to go to the strip club? Yeah, I want to go to the strip club. I ain't never been. Please. I ain't gonna get mad. I just want to go. No one's ever taken me before. Then make him take you. Then have more fun than he did. Get you a table dance too, but just like, at a distance. Thank you, Strawberry Sasha. I hope I said that right. You're 25-year-old project manager intern. After 9 months, I decided I hate the corporate world and it's not going to give me life I want. Should I just look for part-time jobs as a receptionist? No, you can look for a sugar daddy and then lie and say you work as a part-time receptionist until you don't have to work anymore because he's going to give you all this money. But if you don't like the corporate world, save up so you can start your own business or something. But don't just be out here broke. Uh-huh. Don't be out here broke. Um, hmm, if you were to have a son, how would you teach him how to get a quality woman? Um, well, I would teach him about money before I taught him about how to get a woman because that is what is needed in order to be able to get a woman of quality. So I would teach him first financial literacy, teach him how to invest, teach him how to start his own business. I would teach him how to save, blah, 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 blah. Teach him how to get the money first. Then, then I would tell him, look, get someone that represents you, that's going to make you look good, feel good, and it's going to treat you decent. That's what you need to go get. Not all heroes come in capes, some come in shoe. Hey, thank you so much for the donation. Debbie, Lexi, girl, thank you, girl. So I would be teaching him about the money first. Like most financially literate parents do. They don't teach you how to get the girl first. They teach you how to get the money first. Okay? Because no matter what, you're gonna be able to get a girl if you got the money automatically. They gonna come eventually. So I would raise my son to be a go-getter and a financially literate person that could start their own business or have enough money to have the life that they desire and the woman that they desire. Okay. So not thinking about like I'm thinking too, you give a man you give a man a fish, he coming back the next day for another fish. You teach your son to fish, that's it. It's good. He's good for the rest of his life. And so is his family and their family and their family. Okay. So teach your sons about money. Don't teach them about women, but teach them about money first. Hmm. Can you criticize my tactics? Oh, you can criticize my tactics, but you can't deny the message. What message? The message that you're obsessed? Hmm. A guy likes me a lot at my job. He's also older than me. I'm not really attracted to him, but he insists that he wants to take me out. I said yes to the date on Friday. Any tips on dating an older guy? Get all the money. Money, money, money. He's trying to impress you. You're young. He got more money than you. Make him spend. Go to the nicest restaurant, order the most expensive things, and make sure that he knows that you need some financial help at the end of the day. That way, the next time that he asks you out, that question that you've asked him about financial help or your scenario, oh, I need to get my car fixed. Oh, this is that. It costs this much money. He'll be ready to give that to you upon the next date or between. There you go. Always get the money 1st. Mm-hmm. You trying to get over not focusing on looks, girl. Wait till you get a little bit older. Wait till everybody, well, I don't know. See, maybe you don't have people around you that are living nice. Like maybe you don't have people in your life or your family that's driving nice cars and living in nice neighborhoods and things like that and going on vacation. Maybe you don't have that around you as a norm because looks aren't going to get you that, especially in a man. Mm-mm. You know, you need to focus on the lifestyle that you want, not this, okay? Because this is going to be at work most of the time or not in your face. but you're going to be in your house. You're going to be driving your car. Your kids are going to have to go to school in that area. You're going to have, if you're going to be a soccer mom, whatever, think about what you're going to be spending most of your time with. That is the lifestyle. Don't focus on this, okay? Because this don't do anything with him. Okay? Think, think. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. Would I marry a dumb person? If they had millions of dollars, I sure would. There's a lot of dumb millionaires. But I'm already married. Uh-huh. Faith without works is dead. Faith works on what? Oh yeah, y'all talking to Mandy. Y'all are so silly. I used your tricks to get my male friend to come over and pick up a dead bug for me. Okay. We should have got some money too, girl. Okay. What excuse is good to not get a hotel room when he expects sex after dinner in a hotel restaurant? Girl, a fake phone call. Oh my gosh, I have to go. I have to go pick up my sister. Her car just broke down. I gotta go. My sister's waiting on the side of the highway on the freeway. That's all you gotta do. My sister just texted me. That's all you gotta do. And be like, I gotta go. hmm I don't understand why people don't understand how to get out of simple things. Like, y'all know how to get out of stuff. Y'all know. I'm gonna sit down for a second. Y'all know how to get out of stuff. Okay. All that makeup, well, yes, more than your weekly salary. My makeup bag is worth more than your rent. It is. That stuff expensive, Sean. It's worth a lot. Only the best. Okay. Thank you. Stay strawberry, Sasha. My boss, who's 30 plus years older than me, makes high six figures. Lives on $500 a month because he's low quality wife who I know. And still gives me everything he can in allowance. What should I do to get more? Girl, that's funny. Well, what should you do to get more? Get an extra bill. Student loan, something. Throw something in there. Add something in there. Hospital bill, student loan, credit card. Add some fake stuff in there. Mm-hmm. Thanks to Shiri, I have a trip planned. Nails done twice, expensive dates, and brought me two of my favorite wines. I used to be a pick me chick. Thanks to you, my life has changed in a month. What, Nara? Congratulations. That is nice. My foundation is Lemire. That's nice, Ethan. Wonder if they have my shade. Mm-hmm. What type? Hmm. Yeah, y'all better be lucky I'm married because I got game. Send all foot fetish wealthy types to me. Eat their noses. Y'all heard that? Ether said she down for the foot fetish. What's his name? J Love or whatever. He always looking for feet, but he don't want to pay. Mm-hmm. No, J Money, something, one of those names. I can't remember. Hmm. When is it okay to vacation and be in a hotel with them? When you no longer have a job, when they're paying all those bills, and you don't have to worry about anything. You good, you free. Every day it's vacation. That's when. When they fully invested into you, that's when. When they will lose if they leave and you will win. Hmm. J Money, there you are. Put a donation now. Show my feet. Look, I'll give you a sneak preview. Money, please. Okay. Go go get your girlfriend's credit card. Um, Nothing free out, y'all. Mm-hmm. Sure, nails is cute. I've been trying to save money without my nails done. I quit. Oh, how should I go do an MBA if given the opportunity? If that's where your heart is, if that's where you're going to be happy, if that's what you truly want in life, yes. The sad thing is, if I was given that opportunity, I wouldn't take it. um, for less, what? Schools for people who are passionate about what they are learning. Exactly. Hmm. Bob the Builder moms literally can hurt their daughter's spirit if they are feminine. Actually, can screw them up pretty good as a child. Undoing the programming is a task for sure. That's true, Deluxe. But you know what? It wasn't hard for me because if you have examples, if you have people like that you watch or follow or whatever, it's easier. It's easier to separate that mentality. Hmm. What's a 7 or 8 figure guy? Someone that makes 7 million. I mean, not 7 million, a million or multi-million, like a law firm owner, um, owner of a big company, law firm. Could be someone who owns like a franchise, um, multi-million billionaire. Just own a bunch of chain businesses, some type of factory or corporation or whatever. A patent to something. I don't know. Hmm. Theme parks. Hmm. Oil money. Real estate developer. Mandy call you a harlot. You a harlot. You know what? If you read throughout the entire Bible and it talks about harlots and all that kind of stuff. It's not the harlot, it's the man. You could be a harlot all day. If no man is going to talk to you, then you can't even really be a harlot until a man approaches you. Am I right? You can't be a hoe until a man approaches you. All you doing is just being creative. All you're doing is just being creative. Looking good, smelling good. Until they walk up to you and turn you into a harlot, you ain't no harlot. And then every day you are redeemed and reborn if you ask for forgiveness. And when the next man walks up to you, then you become a harlot again. So it's not you that's the harlot. It's the men that make you into a harlot because they have impure thoughts. They don't want to turn you into a wife. So what do? They turn you into a harlot. So it's not you, it's them. Shira, men in the Netherlands are not a fan of makeup and are quite cheap. Any tips? Thank you for the donation. Be different, stand out, demand more, set your standards. Okay. I don't care what they're into. I'm gonna be me. They'll be into it if you're not into them. Walk in with a full face, like you own the place. Don't talk to anyone unless they're gonna pay. If they can't have you, that's gonna make them mad. Men like challenges. Don't worry about what all them other pick me chicks are doing who ain't getting no money. Do what you do. Tell them you're not my speed. Oh, I'm sorry, you're just not my speed. Um, Look over them like they don't exist. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I only date men who could pay. Claim it. They'll claim it. If they want to be cheap, let them be cheap. Hey, I don't have time for cheap people. Maybe you're out your league. Yeah, say maybe we're just not meant to be. I can't. I can't. I'm used to this. It's not gonna work out. What if I'm not physically attracted to him, but he really wants to invest? Oh God. I'm not physically attracted to most millionaires. Okay? Nobody is. Do you think Melania Trump is attracted to Donald Trump? What did she do? Did she get the bag? She got the bag. Okay. There's your answer. Do you think Melania Trump asked that question or did she do what she had to do? I don't think so. I think she just did what she had to do. Imagine that. Do he look like Donald Trump? Then you good. You lucky. Thank you, Monique Gray, stopping by. Your makeup is beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. If she can do it for the country, you better get that money. Our first lady has done more for this country. I'm just joking. hmm She got the bag and became first lady, and she wasn't ready for that. Yep. She was like, I'm just here for the bag. I ain't trying to be no first lady. I just want to shop and live in this nice hotel. I'm not trying to live in the White House. It got roaches. That's what she said, literally. There's bug problem. Um, okay. All right. I'm trying to get a second job so I can move out my mom's house. What do you think, Shira? Are you a woman or a man? Um, mhm. I support what? You support who for President Manny? Good for you. Happy voting. Hmm. Right. Thank you. You had a Turkish sugar daddy betray you, had a child behind my back. Oh, wow. But how did he betray you if he wasn't your husband? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get it together in y'all mind and brain. Y'all be in a whole relationship and that man don't even claim you. Okay? Bye. Mm-mm. He never claims you, darling. You said friends with benefits, keyword friends, and sugar daddy. That means you ain't my wife. You don't tell me what to do. Maybe you should have got pregnant. Okay? She beat you to the game. Jesus is Lord. You must be born again. Jesus said you must repent or you will perish. I repent every day. Mhm, mhm. So I can get up and do it again. Er, right, right, right. So much religion in here today. I think it's because of my title, Virtuous Woman. Um, yeah, there. When a man walks up to a woman and says, "You would make a wonderful wife," or "I really like you. Would you like to go on a date?" And then by date three, he's still a gentleman and he's trying to impress you. He has his finances together and things like that. And then he asks you to be exclusive with him. He doesn't try to sleep with you. And he treats you like a virtuous woman. Then maybe you'll be one. Shira tipped earlier what I meant to say in the question was his wife has control over his money. They have two grown girls, 17 and 20, and she gives him a petty allowance. She looked bad. Oh, okay. Yes, she looks bad and she's in control. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. Like I wouldn't even be bothered with that. Hmm. Yeah. Jeremy, you must be born again. Hmm. That's good for you. Ask him into your heart before it is too late. It's beginning and end of love. Yes, yes, yes. All of that. If you could only decode that and know what it really means. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hmm, hmm. Buddha, Muhammad, Krishna, Confucius didn't die for you false man. Um, y'all are so funny. I don't even want to get into it. It's so hilarious. I just like, sure, whatever help you sleep at night. Oh yeah, thank you. I leveled up and soon getting married. Good, congratulations, Blue End. Ashira, what books can I purchase to help me with spiritual protection? Oh, girl, go to my other channel. We'll talk about that later. Thank you. When my man gets upset with me, he tells me to move out. Then I say, okay, but then 2 seconds later, he trying to hug me, kiss me, and apologize. Why he do this? Because he's mad. I told you don't argue with no man. Mhm. Start crying. Mhm. Um, mm, how do you make yourself cry? Fake cry? But imagine somebody dying, I don't know. Just get emotional. Can you suggest other channels to improve my lying skills with this man? Oh yeah, you can subscribe to Michaela Pink and mhm. You're pregnant with your first child. 1 minute he's communicating, the next minute he won't respond. How can I play this like a boss? Go file child support. Okay. Tell him you're thinking about filing child support. Just tell him that first. He will be texting back all the time. You can be on his best behavior. Just mention it. Don't do it yet. Just mention it. Because if you file child support before he signs the birth certificate, that can't really be. So just tell him you're thinking about it. And he'll be calling you back pronto. hmm So thank you, Sarah Jones. This is exactly what I said by the but would you the guy asked, would you mean committed relationship? And he said, don't think that we should try intimacy before we commit to a relationship. Thank you, Sarah Jones. Like, no, I don't think we should. No. you because no, get something out of it. That's the trick. Don't you see that's the trick right there? That's the trick. It's like, no, I'm going to stick with my standards and my morals. They've gotten me this far. When they can't get it and they really want it and they've invested, they're going to go all the way. They're going to start paying them bills. And once they start doing that and you give them one time, they got to start all over for the next time. So they still got to pay the bill. Okay. So once you do it once, you don't keep doing it. You let it start all over again so that he has to pay those bills before he gets it the second time. Okay. Just because he got it once don't mean it's going to be a regular thing anymore. You got to work for every single time. You see? Okay. Oh, we already did it one time. So that means we're going to be doing it every day. No, it don't. It means you're going to be doing it every time the bills get paid. Maybe. Oh, snooze. So yeah, don't even bother. hmm hmm But you want love and money. You better have a kid after you get some money. Then how you doing? Get pregnant by the man with the money. You and your kid will have plenty of love. Mhm. Right? Should we not go on any trips with men not paying all of our bills? I want the trips with no hotel. If you want the trips and that's a benefit to you, yes, do whatever you need to do. Um, get a separate room or stay in a separate hotel if that's what you want. But think about what they're getting out of it too. They're getting to have a nice looking woman on the trip, making them look rich or like the man. Are you at least going to get to go shopping? Are they going to compensate you for time off work? Throw all that in there. Okay. Get some money. Or you have your own house, traveled everywhere, my own business. How to not come off as too independent arrangement? Lie. Tell them all that stuff ain't yours. You know, you know how the prince does when he comes to a different country and he doesn't tell anyone he's royalty and he wants to see who likes him just for him. And he just like, coming to America. Be that. There you go. Work at McDowell's or just be the receptionist. Right? Don't tell them that. They're not going to respond well to that. I mean, you could practice in the comments. Find one of these dudes in here and say, hey, whoever, I've done A, B, C, and D. They're not going to respond. They're like, good for you. And but that is an accomplishment. It's something to be proud of, but it's competition to a man. hmm a lot of women can't really even talk about their accomplishments with anybody. It's the sad thing because nobody wants to celebrate them. Um, you could have, you could be a millionaire. You could have 5 degrees. You could have started some type of charity or whatever, but no one will care. So it should just matter to you first and foremost. As long as you are happy with what you're doing and what you've done, that's all that matters. hmm Don't do it for other people. Do it for you. You learning that now? Exactly. Like I don't even tell people what I do. I don't tell anybody my accomplishments, this, and that, because they don't care. They don't care. You know what they care about? Oh, she ain't all that. She needs help. Oh, she takes donations. Oh, but um, this, and that. They care about the negative stuff or the stuff that you lack. So let's focus on that. Yes, baby, I need some donations. So let's focus on what the focus is on. Either way, I'm going to benefit. Um, every way I will benefit. I got the good and the bad. We care. I know y'all care. I'm just y'all know what I'm saying. The haters and the trolls. Thank you, Her World KK. Dating multiple older guys. Too like to see their purchases on Instagram. How do I do that and not get caught? Wear both items at the same time. Just kidding. That will get you caught. Um, get two accounts and block one on the other one and tell them it got shut down. Or start a business account and say, or like, oh, I'm going to do fashion on this one and makeup on that one. I don't know. You'll figure it out. Or use initials instead of their name. Are you a feminist? Do feminists get all their bills paid by men and don't work? If so, yes. If not, no. Um, Whatever because there's too many people's definition. I'm about to go though because I gotta go pick up my kids. So most of feminism is too masculine. Yeah. Um. So anyway, I gotta go. But remember, you can't be a virtuous woman if you are dealing with unvirtuous men. So you must adapt. Okay, you must adapt. If you don't adapt, you'll get got. You'll lose. So in a world of unvirtuous men, a virtuous woman is just bait, food, doormat, Bob the Builder, something to run through real quick. Thank you, Chelsea Simone, for the donation. Pray, exactly. Never, ever be a virtuous woman to a non-virtuous man. Okay? If you do, you'll regret it. Whatever he's doing, you do it double and be better at it. Bye.